Have you ever felt like you were being watched, even when you were completely alone? A shiver down your spine? A figure you swear you saw at the edge of your vision? What if that figure was tall, impossibly thin, wearing a black suit, and had no face? Welcome to the chilling world of the Slender Man. Our story doesn't begin in an ancient, dusty book or a whispered campfire tale passed down through generations. No, this modern nightmare was born on the internet. In 2009, a user on the Something Awful forums named Victor Surge, whose real name is Eric Knudsen, created 2 black and white images for a Photoshop contest. The challenge was to create paranormal pictures. Knudsen edited photos of children, adding a tall, thin, faceless figure in the background. He gave them captions, describing him as the Slender Man and hinting at abductions. These images were simple, grainy, and utterly terrifying. They went viral. What started as a simple forum post quickly spiraled into a collaborative horror story. People from all over the world began adding to the mythos. They created their own photos, wrote stories, and even produced entire web series. The most famous of these is probably Marble Hornets, a found-footage-style YouTube series that followed a young man being stalked by a mysterious entity simply called the Operator. The series was a sensation, popularizing many of the key traits we now associate with Slender Man: his ability to cause memory loss, coughing fits known as slender sickness, and his preference for appearing in forests and abandoned locations. The lore became incredibly detailed. Slender Man is often depicted as having long, tentacle-like arms that he can extend to capture his victims, usually children. He doesn't chase you in the traditional sense. He teleports, appearing closer each time you look away. His presence is often preceded by electronic distortion, static on cameras, and audio equipment, a sign that he is near. He is a silent redditor, a psychological horror that invades your mind before he ever lays a hand on you. The fear isn't about a sudden jump scare. It's the slow, creeping dread of knowing he's always there, just out of sight, watching. The Slender Man phenomenon is a fascinating case study in how modern folklore is created. It's not a story told by one person, but a legend built by a global community. It blurs the line between fiction and reality so effectively that for a time, many people believed he was a real entity. This dark side of collective storytelling had real-world consequences, most notably in 2014, when a tragic stabbing in Waukesha, Wisconsin, was linked to the myth. This event served as a stark reminder of the power of stories and the importance of distinguishing fiction from reality, especially online. If you ever find yourself struggling with what's real and what's not, please remember that resources are available, and talking to a mental health professional can make all the difference. Even after all these years, the image of that tall, faceless man in a suit standing at the edge of the woods remains one of the most iconic horror images of the internet age. He represents a very modern fear, the unknown that lurks not just in the dark, but in the static of our digital lives, a virus of the mind, born from a simple image that became a global nightmare. So the next time you're walking alone and you see a tall shadow in the distance, you might want to walk a little faster, and whatever you do, don't look back. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into modern folklore, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Stay safe out there.